Itoshi Sae is a menace, and by menace I mean the most disrespectful character in Blue Lock. I've seen a lot of people talking about what Isagi has been doing recently, but that does not compare to what Sae has been doing his whole life. So in this video I'm going to go over some of the things that Itoshi Sae did, as well as why I think he gets the #1 spot of the most disrespectful person. My name is Omen, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let's get into it. First thing first, let's talk about Isagi. Because during the event of the Mention City game, Isagi has been doing a lot of great things. And people say that he's very disrespectful because of what he's been saying to everyone. He's been doing some crazy shit to everyone. But in my opinion, that's just regular trash talk because Isagi is trying his best. He's just playing against them, and that's just regular trash talk. He didn't do anything crazy. Plus, at the end of the game, he passed out. He literally gave his all. He tried to do the best he could and everything, and then at the end, he passed out. It was a great game for him nonetheless. But the reason why I think Sae gets the spot of the most disrespectful person, of the biggest menace, and the reason why I think Isagi cannot get there, is because Isagi gives his all to get to that point. Itoshi Sae, without even breaking a sweat, managed to do all that, and he still disrespects them. The first event we're going to talk about is, as the game between the Block 11 and the Japan U20 team was coming up, Itoshi Sae was chosen to play in the Japan U20 team. He decided that the team was too bad, so he wanted Shido on the team. Now I want you to imagine you're about to play against somebody, then you invite somebody to play on your team, right? And he says, I'm not playing unless you take this person from the opposite team that we're about to play against. So right after that, as the game is approaching, you can see Sae talking with the rest of the members of his team, Japan U20, and you can see right through them. The ace Sendo is literally like, he's not a bad player or anything, but Sae could literally see through him. He could see that he did not have the ambition to become the best. And he literally shut him down so fast, Sendo literally didn't have anything to say. For now, we've just been talking about the little things. We didn't even get in disrespect territory yet. And I believe it is now time to get into it. Now as we get to the game, we see the game starting, and both teams look to be pretty evenly matched. You think this is going to be a good game. They're like introducing you to the players of the Japan U20 team. So it's just cool. Everything's just going smoothly. Until Sae gets the ball. Once Sae gets the ball, he starts destroying the whole opposite team, the whole Block 11. And then he gets to the point where he gets a chance to score. Instead of scoring, he decides to pass the ball to just keep the play going. He gets the ball back again. And instead of scoring, with another chance of scoring, he decides he's going to pass the ball to their ace so he can finish the job, since that's his job. But unfortunately, he misses. Not because it was a bad shot, but mostly because the goalkeeper had really good reflexes and managed to block it normally. And then, as you may think everything is safe, Sae gets the ball back again and then shoots it from a very bad angle as a midfielder and scores. So his team is very happy. They think that was a really good play. They come to give him a high five and everything. Sae tells them, get your hands off me. Y'all are bad. I had 3 chances of scoring, but I decided to let y'all play. Yet this waste of oxygen over there blew a chance that even a monkey could have scored. Now this is a crazy statement. Like, I don't care how bad the play was, and even though the play wasn't even that bad, he just couldn't finish. Look what he got. Look how he's treating his teammate that tried to finish and it didn't even work. That is also one of the things that makes him a big menace, because even his teammates are not safe. Whether you're on his team or on the opposite team, or whether you're the coach, we're gonna get into that later in the video. You're not safe. He's just still gonna get you. If you make a mistake, he's going to get you. Now let's fast forward to the halftime. By the time halftime came, Block 11 managed to score 2 goals. So Block is now up 2-1. So everything is going well in the Block 11 locker room. But at the opposite side, in the Japan U20 locker room, they are just lost. They're thinking, what can we do? Like, they're literally winning. Like, can you give us some advice? They're asking Sae for help because they don't know what to do. Guess what he tells them? He says, I don't know what y'all are gonna do, but I'm leaving. Y'all better find a way to win, because I am leaving. And this is how you see how much he doesn't care, because ever since the game started, he didn't even break a sweat. He doesn't even care about winning this game. He said, I might as well just leave right now. Y'all better find a way to win, because I don't really care. And right after that, he also managed to make them accept that they're weak. He made them say it out loud that they're weak. And then they really had to accept it now, because Aiko had a lot of pride, so he didn't really want Shido to play. But they end up letting him play because they have to, and since he's actually getting into the field, Sae decides to stay so he can actually play with him, because he feels like this is the only person in Japan, at least for now, that can actually keep up with his passes. Then right as the game resumes, they just go and do some crazy things, like they scored 2 goals in a row. Like Sae and Shido managed to make 2 combinations, with Shido scoring a super goal in the second one. And this, for a lot of people, is considered to be the best duo in Blue Lock, at least like the coolest one. And I don't think I really agree with it, but I can see that. That's actually a respectable opinion. So you see, even though he still looks like he doesn't care, he still starts to enjoy himself a little bit because there's at least somebody worthy on the field right now that he can actually play with. So he's still enjoying himself a little bit, even though it doesn't look like he's trying at all. Blue Lock 11 ends up pulling out their Joker, Baroshoe. It's not even a question of skill, it's just because of his playstyle. There's literally nothing you can predict about him. Even Ego did not know how this was gonna end. But that was the advantage though, because nobody could tell what he was going to do. So he actually managed to score and tie the game. Now I want you all to really think about this. You have Blue Lock that have been pulling out their Joker. You have both teams that had players that have been reaching flow. And they just all been trying the hardest ever since the game started for both teams. And now Sae decides, I'm going to try a little bit. I say a little bit because he did not look like, he had no expression on his face, he just didn't care. So not only ever since the beginning of the game, he didn't even try, but then at the end, I don't even think he was playing at 100%. So not only ever since the game started and both teams have been trying the hardest, he didn't even try to begin with. And then at that point, he decided he's going to start trying. But I still believe it wasn't his 100% because he was barely sweating, like barely at the end of the game. And now with his meta vision, yes, he has meta vision. I mean, at least it has been like heavily implied. He starts just toying with the whole opposite team and he starts dancing with the enraged rain. The same enraged rain that managed to destroy everybody on the opposite team at their own game. He was literally using their own strength against them. So now that enraged rain, that demonic rain we're talking about, Sae just starts toying with him. And then he just keeps dancing with him and dancing with him and dancing with him over and over and over. Luckily, Rin manages to get the ball from his brother, I mean at least hit the ball. And then Isagi, is being on the loose ball, managed to score the last goal for the Blue Lock 11 team. But now you gotta think about it. It took an enraged Rin, it took a lucky Isagi, and a lot of other factors that managed to do that. And even at that, he could have still managed to actually like destroy everybody and pass to Shido and score the last goal. It just didn't go as he planned. So in the episode 2, you can already see him in an interview and you can see how arrogant he is, how annoying he can be, but you can already tell that he has the potential to actually back it up. Like even when the coach started panicking and losing hope, he was the one that told him how to treat his own team. Which is also why the U20 game is one of the best, because you get to see a lot of other characters and you get to see him actually prove why he is how he is right now. You get to actually see him prove his strength. Alright, so that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think there's a character that compares to Sae in terms of like being disrespectful, maybe Kaiser, I don't know. You can let me know in the comments. You can leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Peace.